Okay, and so of course, this month's faves, which has been my fave for a long time, for my whole life, Shakira. She is lovely. I love her live concert. She is in live concert Florida recently. I love seeing her. Her tickets are really good price. She's beautiful. She's perfect live concert. And I always love her. I always love her music. You're part of me, you're part of me, and where you go, I'll follow, follow, follow. Whoa, whoa, I get in my mind if I get you. And when you look at me, the only thing I say is us kissing in the moonlight. Oh, 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 I can't remember if I get you. Do anything for that bird. And yeah, I love that song. And I also love Bicicleta. You guys have already heard Bicicleta, I'm sure. And it's a beautiful song that I don't get enough of. And it's so cute how she has the confetti everywhere. She always has very cute performances. And she's just, you always enjoy her. You know what I mean? And I love the blonde on her. And I've heard people tell me I'm going to say women are generally always nice to me. And growing up, my dad would compliment me a lot. I got more compliments from my dad, and he'd always say, "You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're so pretty, you're beautiful, you're beautiful." He complimented me a lot, but he was also my critic too, you know. So, but I think he complimented me more than he insulted me. But he would insult me every once in a while. More so, he called it conductive criticism, like on my appearance, than saying, things when I didn't want his opinion on my look. He would give it to me. But, and I've heard many different girls, black women, Latin women, everybody say, white women say, "You'd be a beautiful blonde." And I'm like, I've never considered going blonde, but thank you. They're like, "You have a beautiful complexion for blonde." And I'm like, I think I'll pass on the blonde. I would not want to process my hair like that. I've never bleached blonde my hair. I don't know the words though. Oh, it's too high. I don't know it, guys. I love the song though. It's the karaoke. It's beautiful. And I love Shakira. Her energy is really beautiful. Like the energy that I get from her when she's in concert. I'm addicted to her energy. And I love Cassie. I've always loved Cassie's music too. And I know it may be weird, but I've always listened to Cassie's music. And I don't think her music is well, with the people I know, it's like they don't really fan her like I do. I've always liked her music. I guess it's about time that we're finally moving on. I don't really care if it's right or wrong. And you know the way I love your touch. No, it's gonna be better for both of us. Hurts like hell I got to try. You already know the reason why. No matter what's right or wrong, think of all the time that's moving on. Beautiful. I've always been a fan of her, and I'm glad she had found her new love of her life. I'm glad she's happy, and she had just recently had a baby. Cassie, when she first came out, I don't remember her. I think maybe this one is her favorite song, Me and You. But, answer your call, know that I should that you waited at all. And so, what I wanna do, y'all. I'm just kidding. So, I think Cassie, I like her makeup, and sometimes I do spin off, or copy her makeup looks because I really like them and I'm, around her complexion. But look at Cassie, you never seen her go blonde, and you probably will never see me go blonde. I would not just bleach my hair, because I look really good with my black hair, and as black as possible, as dark and as black as you can possibly be. Type of hair color, I think it really compliments me, suits me. But I think it's nice that other women have told me, from women from all over the world, Brazil, black women too, and Mexico, everywhere. Puerto Rico. How am I supposed to pronounce it? It's easier to just say Puerto Rico because I'm an American. Thank you. But yeah. So it's nice to hear. It was a black woman she looks like Mary J. Blige to me. Mary J., the singer. She looks like a young version of Mary J. That's not to be insulting to Mary J. I think Mary J. looks fine at her age. But she reminds me, this lady in particular, she reminds me of a young Mary J. And I know her, and she's blonde, and she's got a short, blunt cut blonde hair that I think I don't know. I don't ask people. I don't pay that much attention. I didn't ask her if it's hers or not. I don't think I need to. I usually mind my own business. It looks like she dyed her own hair and blunt cut it blonde, and looks good on her. She's Mary J's complexion. And she's like, "You be gorgeous as blonde. You should go." Because I'm around Cassie's skin tone. She's like, "You can go blonde. You can go blonde." And I'm like, I don't see myself as blonde. But for sure, if I went blonde, I would not process my natural hair because I don't want to damage my natural hair. And that can be damaging to it. And so I don't own any wigs. I never owned a wig. They're expensive, They're a waste of money, for sure. I don't like wasting money. But if I wanted to ever try blonde, I would be in a wig, and I don't even know how to put them on my head at all. So, because I'm a natural girl, I wear my natural hair. You wear your natural hair. Unless you're Beyonce status and you have all her money, then you have $3 million wig collection because you're Beyonce, you know what I mean? And I don't think all celebrities have wig collections. No, I don't. Cassie, I don't think so, and I don't have one either. But even if you have the money, even if I was Beyonce's level of money, I would not have no wig collection because I think it's a waste of money for sure. I could buy anything else. I could be buying makeup. I like makeup from Costco, the 3-pack of L'Oreal Voluminous Black Mascara. I'm not a lash wearer. I prefer to apply like 2 to 3 coats of mascara on my natural lashes. And I condition my natural lashes. And people, whenever I apply mascara, even if I do just one coat, people think my natural lashes are fake lashes, you know. They'll ask me, are those your eyelashes? Wow, they're so long. You know, and I don't mind that, you know. But I've always had long lashes since I was a baby. And I like a good deal on my mascaras. And I'm craving seafood lately. I want some fish, some breaded fish would be so good. Oh my god, I want some fish and chips so bad, like fish and chips. I don't know if that was cod. I like cod and pollock fish both, but like I love the big pieces of fish. Breaded fish is what I'm craving, with some chips and the fries. So good. And I dip my fries in salt because I love the taste of that. Just salt. I usually only dip my fries in salt, like plain salt, and it's so good. Like usually table salt, usually the salt that you would find in the restaurant. I love. Some people want it all. I don't want nothing at all. If I got you, baby. If I got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings. Some just want everything. Everything means a thing. If I ain't got you, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play some Alicia because I'm in the mood for Alicia's music. In a minute I'll play it. But anyways, I'm gonna say that sometimes when you're beautiful, sometimes you find that people sabotage you. And they will, not even just women, but men too. They can, but usually it's more women. Yes, more women typically. But they can do this thing that I call character assassination, is what I like to call it. People tend to be your character assassin when you are attractive. And so when you're beautiful, sometimes they'll go, oh, why didn't you wear so much makeup when you're good at doing your makeup? Why do you wear so much makeup? You should wear your natural beauty. And it's usually those bitches who don't know how to do makeup at all. They have no idea how to do makeup. And, what is this thing even doing? So if they don't know how to do makeup, they will, actually like tell you that you wear too much makeup. But I feel like women aren't that bad. For me personally, I feel like women are out to get me all the time. And I have a good group of women friends. They're cool. But every once in a while, you have a woman, even from your own family, you'll have a woman that will be your character assassin. She will ruin your reputation just by these little hints that she may leave. And you just have to hope that she won't be crashing your character behind your back saying, "Oh, I think she's trying to sleep with my husband," when you're not. You're for sure not trying to sleep with her husband. She's just paranoid of losing him. Like stuff like that. Or say, "Well, I don't know what she does for a living. People that it could be family or not even family that could say these types of things, like saying when you're beautiful, so people tend to think you have a lot of sex when you don't. You have one partner, steady, stable partner, and every once in a while, yeah, you might even hear a guy say, it was a black guy who asked me some years ago. He said, "Are you a prostitute?" That was so offensive for me. That pissed me off so bad. And I said no. I answered him, but it was so offensive for me. He's a dark black guy. And see, those are the type of jerks. You'll have jerks like that when you're attractive. You have guys that just kind of pick on you. And these are the same guys. Yeah, if you gave your address, they'd be there in 5 seconds at your house waiting to have sex with you in your bed if you allowed it. But that same type of guy, he'll say, "Are you a bad person? Are you a criminal? Are you a prostitute?" He'll drill you like that when he um wants you sexually. And I think that's confusing. But men are like that. And those are the same men. The same guy asked me if I was a prostitute, which I was not even dressed like that. I was dressed in like a floral. Well, white men saw me in that dress, what I was wearing that day, and they said, "Oh, you're so classy, you're beautiful, you're classy, you're beautiful." See, white men, a lot of times when you're beautiful, you might have to be with a white man. I'm not telling you guys what race some guy I'm with. I don't have to share too much, but like white men, a lot of times they will respect you more. A white man, I'm classy and elegant in a dress, in the same exact dress to white men when they see me. But if a black guy sees me in the same dress, he's like, "Are you a prostitute?" Highly offensive. With how I grew up, the way I grew up, very Christian, very strict rules. I went to private Christian college. Christian college was very expensive. But the food there is so good. I think I was more distracted by the food than anything else. I like good food. And so, um, you have these people that kind of will wreck your reputation. And it's hard to feel like you have a support system sometimes. But you do. You have people that are always there for you. And let's say if I was getting pregnant and I wanted to nurse, I heard that you have to nurse when you're nursing your baby. You have to wake up every 2 hours unless you have like a family or friend there that is helping you feed the baby. And if you can feed the baby, if you can get like 6 to 8 hours of sleep, then you would have to rotate you have to get your milk out of your boobs, put it in the fridge, and have a relative that's helping you. And I do have people in my life that will help me, that friends, family. And so, but there was a white male billionaire some years ago that introduced himself to me in Florida. And I found him to be very narcissistic. So I'm not saying at all that white men are perfect. was very annoyed by him. He would give me gifts and things. I never was intimate with him. He was very old. But he was like um he was so old at the time, and a lot older than me, like old enough to be my father or actually grandpa. I just now thought about it. And um he was like giving me gifts, and I never had to be intimate with him to receive these gifts, thankfully. But that's what men do. They give you a lot of gifts, but like you kind of don't really want to accept those gifts because you're thinking in your mind, if I accept them, he'll want something from me. So I was happy that he didn't want anything in return for the gifts that he gave me. Billionaire, rich men, rich white men, they tend to give you gifts like cash gifts that they'll send electronically or something. But that doesn't mean that they're going to continue to help you because they're not a slut, unless they can use you like that. Then, of course, he mentioned marriage with me. And I didn't want to marry someone so old. I felt like I would have been like one of those girls on the Girls Next Door, the Hugh Hefner crap. And I didn't want to go there. So I would have been miserable with him, like he would have enjoyed sex with me, I know, because he was always talking dirty to me and trying to get me to be with him, marry him. He said that he'd make me the happiest woman alive, but he'd make me miserable because I would have to have sex with him, and he's old as hell. He's old enough to be, I was doing the math in my head, he's old enough to be my grandfather. And this is something that Pepto-Bismol can't fix, like I have Pepto-Bismol. You have you have your basic medicine cabinet, of course, at home. And this man, he would have made me sick to my stomach. He was so ugly to me, this old white rich billionaire in Jupiter, Florida, which is Donald Trump's area. And I'm telling you, Donald Trump supporters, everyone says they're so horrible. Yeah. Oh, there's Trump supporters, they're gonna kill you. They're not that bad because the Trump supporter guy gave me a gift and he didn't know me at all. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter, but like I don't vote. I typically don't vote because I just choose not to. But I think if I was going to vote, I would have voted for Kamala Harris. And but I think um of course, I don't know, white male Trump supporters, based on the one that I've known and his friends, I feel like annoyed by them, to be totally honest. I feel like they're kind of like a pain in the ass. How do you put it? It's like they'll give you gifts and stuff because they feel you're beautiful and they'll try to talk you into marrying them. But if you had to have sex with this, like let's say if I married this white male billionaire, he would have made me sick to my stomach daily because he's old as hell, He's old enough to be my grandfather. And this is something, Pepto-Bismol can't help you. Yeah, I would have been nauseous, sick to my stomach. I think I would have actually thrown up. That's how disgusting he is. That's how ugly he is. He's repulsive, guys. And he's disgusting. He's so nasty, like looking. And his voice is so nasty too. He's got that, like, Hugh Hefner's laugh, like, you sound like a witch on a broom type of laugh. A man who sounds like a witch on a broom type of thing, you know? And so he's like, he was talking me into marrying him. So he showed me his house. His house is stunning, beautiful. It's like, wow, it's like his house is like a celebrity home. He's a billionaire. But he owns all these different things, and he told me what he owns. And in my head I was thinking, should I do it? I actually considered it, because once you see what he owns and you see his house, you'll consider it. At least you'll consider it. But I didn't move forward with that because I would have been sick to my stomach daily. I would have been so sick every single day having to have sex with him. And he's so freaky. And those are the men. Those are the men. The freakiest men are the ugliest men. Billionaire men are never attractive. He's so ugly that I would have been vomiting right after sex every single time. That's how disgusting he is. And Pepto-Bismol, I would have had Pepto-Bismol too. But the thing is I need more than Pepto-Bismol. You see what I'm saying? Like, Pepto-Bismol can't really help you when you have to have sex with someone who's disgusting. And I've never had sex with him before, but he would talk so dirty to me. And, you just wish you were deaf, And I think if I was really deaf, I probably would be with him, because at least I wouldn't have to hear him talking to me and his nasty voice box and everything. So, I'm I'm grateful that I wasn't stuck with him. But for sure, I know women do it all the time. They get with a billionaire just because he's a billionaire, and they'll have sex with him. And you would have seen me being miserable with him, And a lot of people said, "Oh, I should stay with him." I heard that. They're like, "You should," because I wasn't technically ever in a relationship with him, but they meant I should be with him. When they say you should stay with him, they say you should be with him. And technically, when I was considering it, I thought, oh, he probably wouldn't be alive for that much longer. But you don't really know. And I don't really know exactly how much he would have given me. Like, let's say if he croaked, if he died, how much money would he even leave me? Would he even leave me the house too? Because does not necessarily mean I would get the house. He could have signed it over to his relative or something. You know what I mean? But men, rich white men, I find that I'm a smart girl, I'm smart enough. I'm probably smarter than them, actually, when it comes to like paper and classes and courses. I worked in medical and scrubs, and they don't give you much credit when you're beautiful and they want you like that, when they want to wife you. They don't really give you much credit on brains. They tend to water me down and say I'm stupid, And I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb at all. It's just, and I told some of my black girlfriends who are full black, because I'll say in this video, not every black woman is a bad person, not at all. So I told some of my full black girlfriends, I said I would be in hell every day with them, and they were just cracking up because of the way I said it. I was like, Pepto-Bismol, can't fix me. I would be vomiting with him. He's so ugly, But all that money, yeah. A lot of women, they put up with that. And he just seemed very narcissistic to me from interacting with him. And they have this, rich white men, they have this way about them that they talk that is really annoying. I feel like they talk like they're so much smarter than you, and if you're not interested in them sexually, they have this tone with you. They're like, I know they could replace me in 5 seconds, of course I know that. but they have such entitlement in their voice box, like that when a woman refuses them, they seem like they sound like, do you know who I am? You know? Do you know who I am? I can get another woman in 5 seconds. Like, I don't, that tone, and no, he didn't tell me that. They never disrespect, they never talk to me disrespectfully like a black man might, a full black man might. Not all black men, I'm saying mostly full black men. But, you know, it, it's just, they're not really rude to me, the rich white men. It's more so that they have this tone and this entitlement in their voice that it like ruffles my feathers and it irritates me. So like you could be talking about something, like let's give an example. If I'm talking about Mary Kay Cosmetics, which I used to do Mary Kay, then I'm talking about the product and everything. Then a rich white man will cut you off and say, "Yeah, but let's get back to what I was saying about the the God, what do you call those? About the stock market. Oh yeah. Let's get back to what I was saying about the stock market, which is much more important." They'll cut you off, they'll interrupt you, and they'll make it seem, they'll belittle you a lot. So rich white men, they belittle you a lot. You'll feel like you're nothing next to them. And that I wouldn't want to marry someone who's making me feel constantly belittled like that, and like making me feel like I'm nothing and I'm invisible. They objectify you and they want sex. All they think of is sex. All they talk about is sex. And then, of course, he knew he's pays attention to me. He knows I like Indian food. He's like, "I'll get you all the Indian food you want, even if it's $2,000 worth of Indian food. And all at once, I'll get you any amount of Indian food you want. And we can go to any Indian restaurant. You don't have to cook." Because he's rich, of course, but like the sex would torment you. And I think I think I would have hired a personal chef, an Indian male chef, or a Latin male chef, because I like Mexican food too, and Latin food. So you gotta hire some good dick if you're not getting it with this old billionaire. You gotta hire somebody who's got you satisfied. You're gonna be making love to the chef while um while your rich guy thinks that he's just making you food. He's making you more than food. Because your ass got me on Pepto-Bismol every day, and you can't take Pepto-Bismol daily. It's not good for you long term, of course. None of those medicines are good for you long term. None of the over the counter. What am I gonna do? Ginger ale, Vernus. Vernus does help your stomach. I feel Vernus helps my stomach. So does ginger ale, but like, he's freaking Mr. McNasty. That's how he looks. He's such a nasty white man that I would have to have a chef that was totally Latin, like Puerto Rican or something. Full Puerto Rican chef in my home, live-in chef that I'm making love to, cuz I need to be satisfied. And or a full Indian chef, same, that would satisfy me. Like, when your beautiful people see these dollar signs in your eyes and they pressure you to be with a rich guy, they're like, "Do it." And I had some of my relatives that said, "You should go for it. You should go for it." No, because I'm going to be sick every day. And the black women friends that I know, they were like, full black women, the ones I know, they were like, "It's too hard to have sex with somebody you're not attracted to." So they understand me, and I know girls do it all the time. I just didn't want to be like that, like, and those girls who do that, The Girls Next Door has been one of my favorite shows. I watched it. I love the Christmas episode and everything, but like, you have to live with yourself at the end of the day, and you know what's in your mind. You know, how do you erase sex out of your mind? I would need to erase sex from my mind with a white nasty billionaire. You know, like he's so old and nasty. And if I had ever had sex with him, I would have mentally been messed up. I know that I would need to do something or find some natural pills from the health store that, like, if they had any memory loss pills, don't help me. That's the problem with the health store. They have memory recovering pills. They have pills to give you. Hey, we want to fix your memory. We want to bring your memory back. No, I need you to get my memory gone. If I'm going to be marrying a white male billionaire, I need pills that make me forget everything. Make me forget all about the sex and everything, because I don't think I could live with myself after that. I would need to be able to forget totally. And I don't think I could forget sex. Now, who forgets sex, you know? So, most people don't unless they have a medical condition or something.